Welcome to Visibility Basics, a high-level overview of Riverbed's unified network performance management portfolio. Visibility plays a huge role in many customer IT priorities, and I look forward to walking you through how to spot an opportunity to discuss Riverbed's NPM. And we can all say that 2020 was certainly a tough year in many ways, but here at Riverbed, we saw double-digit growth in our NPM portfolio. And while nearly half of organizations have started to bring workers back into the office, even more are planning to allow work from home in some form permanently. And as a result, most organizations are planning to use 2021 as an opportunity to both reduce physical footprint and to implement long-term technology strategies that will give them more flexible and resilient IT infrastructure in the event of a future major interruption. And during this pandemic, NPM has been a critical solution for work from home transitions, including monitoring the DMZ, especially VPN concentrators, to make sure that it's not overloaded. But also NPM has been helpful with repositioning WAN assets to support work from home, and also monitoring cloud workloads and helping with cloud migrations. And we can certainly expect that this trend of user to network to cloud visibility to continue and even accelerate in 2021. Many companies are using the upheaval of the pandemic to accelerate their plans for change to ensure that they'll be ready for any future disruptions. Nearly half of organizations are looking to adopt cloud-based network management solutions. And even though 78% of organizations already use infrastructure as a service, using public cloud for apps and infrastructure, it was the number one pick right behind cybersecurity, which was just 1% higher. An integrated approach to monitoring provides end-to-end visibility and makes for better performing networks. And let's briefly explore how that happens. Network device monitoring, or infrastructure monitoring, answers questions on how well network devices are supporting the networks and applications that run on them. Flow monitoring is examining bandwidth utilization over the LAN and WAN links across the hybrid enterprise. Flow is collected from routers and switches. And packets provide a 100% accurate record of the traffic that's crossed your network and stores them for later analysis. It's great for measuring end user experience and application performance. When we use packet, flow, and device monitoring together, you get end-to-end visibility and eliminate visibility gaps. This accelerates your ability to troubleshoot. We call this concept unified NPM. Intuitively, we know that networks and applications are getting more complex. Typically, enterprises frequently use multiple tools by multiple teams, and the distributed nature of technology makes it harder for IT to diagnose problems with this fragmented tools approach. First off, who owns the problem? Which tool do you use? Do you have the right data? A fragmented, siloed approach to monitoring no longer works. Collaboration is essential to shifting IT's thinking from time to innocence to time to resolution. Riverbed's unified NPM is the solution that can help reduce IT silos and encourage cooperation between teams by providing common information and metrics across all IT and management. It provides relevant stakeholders with a single source of truth for diagnosing and troubleshooting all sorts of network, application, and infrastructure issues. As a result, you get faster troubleshooting with less staff and less time. There's no more finger pointing. ESG recently completed a qualitative analysis of Riverbed's unified NPM. They found that it provides a single source of truth that enables IT to view correlated network metrics and trends in one place. And as a result, it helps organizations spend less time identifying and troubleshooting issues. It improves collaboration amongst IT operations team and increases network security. ESG also validated that Riverbed Unified NPM contributes to increasing end user productivity and lowering operational expenses. So to summarize, the Riverbed Unified NPM platform ensures service quality, network security, and fully optimized hybrid IT resources that provide end-to-end visibility and analytics. Riverbed NPM is a market leader of network and application visibility that scales to the largest enterprises and government organizations. It captures all packets, all flows, and all device metrics all the time. so that data and insights that you need are available when you need them, allowing you to quickly detect and remediate performance issues and security threats. It's a pretty simple story, and it's one that you should tell frequently to your customers because it's our competitive differentiator. But we know that doesn't mean everyone will or can afford to purchase all Riverbed NPN products immediately. But fortunately, the solution is modular. Each product can be sold separately, and customers can start with products that meet their immediate needs and build that platform over time until they achieve end-to-end unified visibility. Riverbed Unified NPM can be used to solve a variety of use cases across the enterprise. Let's start with application troubleshooting. Application troubleshooting uses packets to identify, diagnose, and resolve problems of applications traversing the network and their user experience. Network analysis is the process of recording, reviewing, and analyzing network traffic for the purpose of performance, security, or general network operations and management. Infrastructure management monitors metrics about the operations of the devices and the servers that make up an IT environment. It ensures everything functions as expected to support the applications and services. Cloud monitoring provides pre, during, and post-migration analysis of cloud-based networks and application performance. Cloud migration is a use case Riverbed NPM excels at. And finally, network security identifies and prevents unauthorized access, misuse, or modification of a network and network accessible resources. I've talked with several account managers here at Riverbed and have asked them what probing questions they use to get the conversation started. Most started with some form of the questions: what's your current visibility situation? What tools do you have? Do you have any blind spots? How much downtime do you have? How do you troubleshoot the tough problems? And what are your biggest challenges or limitations? Applications are really important, and it's essential to get the apps team. But typically the network guys don't want to talk to them. So some of the questions that seem to work are: how do you interact with the app teams? And how do you resolve application issues? These usually start the discussion. Another good question is: how are you supporting your remote workers? This works for NPM, talking about the need to monitor VPN concentrators and the like, as well as the need for acceleration. A great way to talk about cloud is to ask the networking team about their cloud migration strategy and their involvement in it. Often they're not involved at all in the migration, but they have to answer support calls once the apps go live. So probe with questions about how they intend to support it, or are they doing migration assessments? All things Riverbed NPM excels at. And lastly, you should ask if they have any major project that you could attach visibility to the budget, and find out if their NetOps and SecOps have if they've aligned their tool strategy to start the discussion with security. When selling NPM, we're looking for organizations with large, complex networks. And the best customers have the foresight to want to prevent problems, but actually having a network or application issue is a good purchase motivator as well. Depending on the quarter, government organizations and financial services are NPM's top two verticals. Because financial services is increasingly digitizing their services and is looking to the cloud to gain efficiency and resiliency, use cases to pitch include app analysis and cloud migration and visibility. Pharmaceuticals is another vertical that is currently hot. And while COVID has accelerated research, manufacturing, and marketing of drugs, it's also accelerated adoption of digital technologies and an increased interest in cybersecurity. With it should come a greater need for visibility and network security. Healthcare is also typically on the list, but 2021 could tighten the budgets since most hospitals have been overwhelmed by unexpected COVID costs. To summarize, Riverbed Unified Network Performance Management ensures service quality, network security, and fully optimized hybrid IT resources using AI and ML. The data and insights you need are always available when you need them. This means fast detection and remediation of performance issues and security threats. We scale to cover the largest networks end to end, from user to the branch to the data center to the cloud. Riverbed provides the visibility you need it when you need it. Thanks for taking the time to listen, and happy selling.